Hello everyone, my name is Matthew and this is Learn the Lingo. Welcome to Hebrew Basics, a new series on this channel where we will learn the essentials of Hebrew grammar. Grammar? What is grammar? Grammar is the structure of sentences that we use to give meaning to otherwise random individual words. We use grammar to take words like Susan, throw, and ball, and form them into a meaningful sentence, like Susan throws the ball. In this series, we are going to learn the grammar of the Hebrew language, which is different from the grammar of our English language, sometimes very different. Most of the grammar we will learn in this series is used in both biblical and modern Hebrew, but if something's not, I will let you know. We're going to supplement this series with the vocabulary videos on my channel, by taking the vocabulary words from those videos and putting them into sentences using the new Hebrew grammar we learn, so we can really internalize the grammar by using it in real sentences. You can follow all the grammar and vocabulary videos in order with this playlist here. The vocabulary we are going to use in this first lesson is from this video up here about food. It's not exactly necessary for you to watch it to understand this video, but if you want to be familiar with the words we'll be using in this video beforehand, go ahead and watch that one first. In this first lesson of Hebrew Basics, we are going to learn the Hebrew equivalents of four small but very important words: a, the, and or. We'll start with a as well as the alternate pronunciation it has in English, an, because you can't forget the Hebrew word for a. And that's because Hebrew does not have a word for a. This means that the word karik, for example, means sandwich, but it can also mean a sandwich. Likewise, the word beitzah can either mean egg or an egg. It all depends on the context. Usually, the context of a word like basar, which means meat, will make us translate it as meat instead of a meat. Well, most of the time, we'll probably choose to translate the word egos, which means nut, as a nut rather than just nut. To say the in Hebrew, we attach a letter hey to the beginning of the word. This hey usually has a vowel like a patak or a kamatz under it, and so the in Hebrew is pronounced ha most of the time. In a few cases, the hey may have a segol instead, and so the in Hebrew will be pronounced he. So, if we have the word lechem, bread, we can make the word the bread by adding a hey with a patak to the beginning of lechem to say ha lechem, the bread. If we take the word marak, which means soup, and add the ha, we now have ha marak, which means the soup, ha marak. Let's learn the word for and. Like the, to say and in Hebrew, we attach a single letter onto the beginning of a word. This letter is vav. Vav meaning and can be pronounced a few different ways. In modern Hebrew, it's almost always pronounced va with a shva under the vav, and sometimes u with a shuruk in the vav. In biblical Hebrew, it's also common to have some other vowel marker on the vav, especially a patak, which will make and be pronounced va. We can take the words gavina, cheese, and salat, salad, and attach them by putting a vav on the front of salat, which says va and means and. Now we have gavina vasalat, cheese and salad. Gavina vasalat can also mean cheese and a salad, or even a cheese and a salad. Whether we use a in English all depends on the context. You can even attach a vav and a hey to the beginning of a word to mean and the. Here we have the words basar and lechem, meat and bread, with a letter hey meaning the already attached to the beginning of them. We can connect these words by putting a vav at the beginning of halechem to make va halechem. We have va and ha, the, and lechem, bread, which is now attached to habasar. Habasar va halechem, the meat and the bread. Finally, the Hebrew word for or, which is o, spelled silent aleph and vav with holam. O. Now this word o, or, does not attach to the beginning of a word like and or the. It's its own word. So to say meat or chicken, we say basar, meat, o, or, oaf, chicken, with all three words being separate. Basar o of, meat or chicken. Now it's your turn to try to translate a few sentences. What does hakarik mean? Well, we have the word karik, which means sandwich, and on the front of it we have a hey attached to the beginning, ha. Ha means the, so hakarik means the sandwich, hakarik. Now how about marak v'lechem? Well, marak means soup, and lechem means bread. The vav attached to the beginning of lechem means and. So marak v'lechem means soup and bread. Marak v'lechem. Here's another. Beitza o egos. Well, beitza means egg or an egg, and egos means nut or a nut. The word o means or. So this sentence, beitza o egos, means an egg or a nut. And one more, habasar v'ha'of. Well, we have the words basar, meat, and of, chicken. Both of these words have a letter hey attached to the beginning, ha, which means the. So, the meat and the chicken. And on ha'of, we have a vav, which means and. So we have habasar, the meat, v'ha'of, and the chicken. Habasar v'ha'of, the meat and the chicken. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and a comment on it. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so and click on the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Also, if you know someone who would like to learn Hebrew, please consider sharing this video or my channel with them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.